Are AirPods Pro 2 safe to use as hearing protection for shooting sports? First, let's take a visit to our local firearms store and check out the hearing protection aisle. Depending on the size of your local store, you may have a wide variety of options for in-ear and molded to your ear earplugs, as well as numerous options for over-the-ear hearing protection. For pricing, off this shelf, you can buy a single pair of foam earplugs for 49 cents. Prices go all the way up to $249 for the Walker Disruptor electronic earbuds. From the cheapest pair of 49-cent foam earplugs to the most expensive pair of Walker Disruptors and everything in between, one thing they all had in common was the presence of the noise reduction rating and its visibility on the packaging. As we can see here, they range from 20 to 33 decibels of protection, depending on which pair you choose, when used as directed. The noise reduction rating is a rating of the effectiveness of a pair of hearing protection based upon a laboratory test where the hearing protection is properly fit to reduce the noise level. Higher values indicate greater noise reduction. When it comes to AirPods Pro 2, you might be browsing Reddits one day and see someone using them as hearing protection in a video and think maybe it looks cool or convenient. There's probably even a comment discussion going back and forth on those posts about the virtues of AirPods as hearing protection. Someone saying nay, nay, and someone replying, just try it yourself and you'll see a massive difference. So is using Apple AirPods Pro 2 as hearing protection a good idea or a bad idea? Spoiler alert, it's a bad idea. If you shoot a firearm without proper hearing protection, besides being potentially painful, you risk suffering instant, permanent hearing damage. We don't need to try it ourselves and see if there's a big difference. We can just go and look at what Apple says. Looking at the web store listing, it uses words like hearing protection for daily life, so you might assume they're good to use as hearing protection. However, the flaws in that plan are already showing, where Apple is qualifying in an environment that is as loud as 110 decibels. 110 decibels is very loud, but it's not nearly as loud as 140 decibels. Looking at Apple's hearing protection data sheet, we can see the second bullet point from the top specifically says the hearing protection feature is not suitable for protection against extremely loud impulse sounds such as gunfire or against sustained sounds louder than 110 decibels off the A scale. Continuing down to the things you should know section, Apple, a very important note about how improper fit affects the effectiveness of hearing protection. And they also note in the fine print again that the AirPods Pro 2 are not suitable for use to protect yourself from the loud noise of gunfires or sustained sounds louder than 110 decibels. The hearing protection data sheet is where we find the noise reduction rating that Apple has for the AirPod Pro 2. We can see it has a noise reduction rating of 10 decibels. They're very careful to point out that the passive noise reduction rating does not apply in transparency mode, adaptive audio, or noise cancellation mode. They also provide an example that at 92 decibels off the A scale with an NRR of 10, the noise entering the ear should approximately equal 82 decibels. Some might say NRR of 10 is better than 0, though if we compare that number again against what we see on our actual hearing protection, it is quite a bit less than even the lowest value of 20 that I was able to find on the shelf there. Some people might think that a difference of 7 or 10 or 30 decibels is a small amount, though on the logarithmic scale and the way that our ears perceive sound, a difference of 5 decibels is going to be clearly noticeable. A difference of 10 decibels is going to appear approximately twice as loud. A difference of 20 decibels will be approximately 4 times as loud. And a difference of 30 decibels is going to be approximately 8 times as loud. That's a significant difference. If we use the 10 decibel NRR off the label and don't apply the 7 decibel correction, at 140 decibels minus 10 will give us 130 decibels, which is still at a level that is going to subject you potentially to permanent hearing damage when exposed for less than 1 second. Similarly, using the worst pair of hearing protection that we had in store with NRR of 20 and also doing no correction, 140 minus 20 is 120, which gets you down to the level of a loud rock concert, which you may be able to tolerate for up to 7 seconds before potentially having hearing damage. When it comes to the question of are AirPods Pro 2 safe to use as hearing protection for shooting sports, in my opinion, and it looks like in Apple's opinion as well, the answer is a big no. I don't know about you, but at least for me, I don't want to risk permanent hearing damage trying to look cool or testing something from a dumb comment on the internet. You might be comfortable risking the health of your ears for such things, but for me, that's a no. It's not at all recommended. Do not try it. Well, anyway, that seems like the perfect spot to end today's presentation. We hope you enjoyed today's video. Thanks for watching, and as always, have a good day.
Okay, I think that took the top off it. Though, it's kind of like that scene from Ghostbusters, and the flowers are still standing.